Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Mellocore. Sorry for the crappy mic quality. This is the best one I could pick up at the moment. Oh, and sorry for the lighting. I actually have my lights at full blast. It's just I have a window open. Let me actually close that. There we go. That might be a tad better here. Okay, so what's the point of this video? Well, there's been quite a lack of activity on this channel. You know, I haven't quit. In fact, I've actually been loving working on this channel. It's just, you know, a lot of work since I do pretty much everything myself. Actually, I think I do literally everything myself. So it's just extremely time consuming, and sometimes I just can't do it. And so for the past, month and a half, I've barely been able to do anything. I've been writing a few scripts. In fact, I have 2 scripts basically done, but the recording and the filming and the editing and curating of all the music, curating of all the assets, it's too much work right now. So I was kind of forced to just take a break because, you know, of just time constraints, and also I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm taking a class, a photography class, which is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. And back here's my setup. I actually edit on this laptop, this 2024 M4 Pro MacBook Pro 16-inch, but what's plugged into here is a 10 gig NIC, which is basically a 10 gig network connection that connects simply all the way back to this entire system. And this system is banging. This has so much storage, way more storage than I probably should have had because of what I discovered. So as it turns out, moving crap tons of files in macOS is kind of a pain in the ass. In fact, it's kind of a pain in the ass no matter what operating system you use. And macOS seems to have many issues with copying files. And so that's kind of the reason why I haven't been able to do the video on how I store all my stuff, because that workflow is still being modified, slowly being added onto, because it didn't work the way it was working, like it did for like the first task, and then every subsequent task kind of had a problem. So I decided to redo everything. You know, there's still 8 Mac Minis, but the system is a little bit different. It's the way it works is slightly different. The way assets flow is slightly corrected. The main problem is I can't edit anything on that's on this system right now because, one, I'm transcoding something, so it's using a lot of the processing power of that machine, which hosts all this crap, and the storage boxes. I have 6 separate RAID storage boxes. One of them isn't set up for RAID, but that's just because I didn't need it to be. Yeah, all of these are shoved full of high capacity hard drives. This is full of, I think, 16 terabyte drives, so it's a total of 128 terabytes of storage, which after formatting and RAID 5, it's 112 terabytes of storage free on that. But that only has about 30 terabytes free, and that's only because I moved most of the I moved one folder, my video folder, to that, which is it's a 40 terabyte RAID 5, so it's a 30 terabytes free, but one folder, it's basically full now. That has a bunch of stuff, and that's basically full. That only has about 5 terabytes free, and that's these two are basically the same. It's 30 terabytes, but it's actually a 40 terabyte capacity RAID, or the other way around actually. That's an 8 terabyte external hard drive that just has a backup of my music, which thankfully I have, because my SSD, those USB-C connectors, they're really crap in some of the SSDs, and that SSD cost like $800. Just the connector just stopped working properly, and it just kicks itself from the computer right after it mounts now. So I can't even get anything off of it. So I'm very glad that I was able to make a backup onto that drive. It's about 3 terabytes of backup data on that, and that's the only way that I have all my music still, is because I had a feeling that would happen, and I was totally correct. Let's see, what other storage crap? Oh yeah, behind my desk here, I'm gonna get up here, that box you can just barely see behind my monitor is an OWC Thunderbase 6, and basically what that is doing is, well, it's just another RAID box, and I have that full of 4 terabyte hard drives. So it's about 6 4 terabyte hard drives, so a total of 24 terabytes. That I think is just striped, although it might be incorrect, but I'm pretty sure it's just striped. And that's because, well, I needed all the capacity, and I'm glad I did that, because I did end up needing all that capacity for one folder. Again, like I just have a lot of huge folders that I need to sort through. And the one below it, because actually there's two TB6s right here, and the one that's below it I think is full of 10 terabyte hard drives. So there's 5 of those, and there's one 18 terabyte hard drive. That's just a different partition. And so the first 10 terabyte hard drives, that is a JBOD, so that's 50 terabytes. That has all my TV shows and movies and Blu-ray rips and stuff, and yeah, it's also basically full. And the 18 terabyte just has 4 terabyte images, 4 times 4 terabyte images from my old NAS that just died in 2020, either 2022 or 2021. It just kind of blew up, and yeah, the drives, I couldn't get anything off of them, so I was forced to just keep them until someone came along with the knowledge of an old Synology RAID box and how it's formatted, so I can actually recover the data from it. I was able to get like 2 terabytes off of it, but it had 12 terabytes of data on there, and I'd really like to get it off, but the problem is recovery companies are charging about $12,000 to get the data off of those, and well, I'm not made of money, even though it might seem like it, so I can't do that, and I probably will never be able to do that. However, that's an old problem. But the problem I have now is I have so much data in so many different places that I've had to move it around, and I put folders inside folders because I had to, make room for more folders and more data, and it's just, I have so much crap that I just have to sort through it before I can do anything else. And at the same time, I have to, process down the stuff that I most recently recorded. So this is something I recorded a couple of days ago, and that's processing down so I can make space to consolidate my stuff. I just have to find out what's duplicates, what can I delete, what do I have to keep, what needs to be slow, what needs to be on a fast drive, like all the ProRes stuff needs to be on a fast drive because it's high bitrate. There's just so much stuff that I can't do while I am in a production environment. So I basically had to put all production on hold just so I could deal with my data. So that is basically why. That's the only reason why I haven't been able to do anything on this channel other than a small announcement in a month and a half. So I'm very sorry about that, but in no means am I quitting. I am going to be doing this until I physically can't anymore, because I am finally making the videos that I've been wanting to make for like 5+ years. Like I've just been trying to work towards this goal of, making a channel like this, and I've finally done it. I kind of just have too much stuff to get rid of, so I'm dealing with that. But as soon as I'm done with that, or done enough of it to where I can actually start production again, I will do so, and you guys will be seeing either a lens video. I got a new lens that is really goofy and really fun, and I really want to show you guys. I'm kind of like halfway through writing the script, so I'll finish that off, and I'll probably have like 5 different scripts just ready to be recorded through by the time I'm done with this stuff. So, well, just stay tuned, because we are by no means done here at all. This is going to continue. The show must go on. This has been Red from Mellocore, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.
Bye bye.